The weight of the chair on the wooden floor keeps time with the latch on the pantry door. You worried so much about 22 and every stray shadow that chased after you. The kettle took ages to find its boil. You spent all your Sundays in anxious toil. I wish I could tap on your window glass and tell you the panic is bound to pass. Put down the ledger and let the dust fall. Nobody's keeping a score on the wall. The hours are wide as a country road. You do not need luggage to drop the load. That coat with the button that always hung loose is hanging in memories of no real use. You practiced your speeches for rooms unseen while autumn was turning the valley green. Put down the ledger and let the dust fall. Nobody's keeping a score on the wall. The hours are wide as a country road. You do not need luggage to drop the load. I sit in the sunlight and sip my tea and smile at the ghost that you used to be. So busy arriving before the start, with armor too heavy to spare your heart. The afternoon stretches and asks for less. We traded our hurry for quietness. The chair bears the weight and the room is still, and nobody's rushing the windowsill. A bicycle basket rattles on the brick below. The postman is whistling a tune from 40 years ago. You put down your knitting and look at the floor. There is no hurry to answer the heavy oak door. Old records spin slowly beneath a thick layer of dust. We traded our deadlines for patches of rust. The kettle is whistling a low, steady tone. For once in our lives we are leaving tomorrow alone. Dust motes are dancing in bars of amber light. The paper is folded and left out of sight. afternoon goes. Old record spins slowly beneath a thick layer of dust. We traded our deadlines for patches of rust. The kettle is whistling a low, steady tone. For once in our lives we are leaving tomorrow alone. Remember the highways we used to pursue. Now all that we wanted is sitting with you, watching the shadows grow long on the wall, needing nothing at all. The bicycle fades up the quiet avenue. I pour out a second warm cup just for you. The evening is waiting with nothing to prove, and nowhere else left for the two of us to move. A sudden query broke the quiet room where we sit, about a grandson driving trucks in 2036. We laughed and pictured him with graying temples at the wheel, while we are sitting here and making time stand still. 10 years from now the porch will hold our shoes just like today. The calendar won't matter when the noise has gone away. We will boil the kettle slow while grandchildren grow tall. Nothing pressing on our minds inside the sunlit hall. Sundays stretch out wide ahead when we are 74. Just leave the boots of modern life outside the screen door. I imagine sitting by the window in a coat of blue, watching electric wagons pass the avenue. You looked across the crossword page and pointed at a clue, as if the future was a room we wandered gently through. 10 years from now the porch will hold our shoes just like today. The calendar won't matter when the noise has gone away. We will boil the kettle slow while grandchildren grow tall. Nothing pressing on our minds inside the sunlit hall. Sundays stretch out wide ahead when we are 74. Just leave the boots of modern life outside the screen door. Time is just a guest that we invite to share our tea. No rushing to appointments in the life we wait to see. We are sitting right here, watching years begin to bend, knowing that this quiet week will never have an end. gate last night. I stare at the latch and wonder why it matters at all. No papers are coming, no driver will stop. The slippers are scuffed and the hallway is cool. Silence sits heavy inside the kitchen walls. Time rolls away like a marble down the hall. Nobody waits for a letter in the box. Slow hours drift past without ticking clocks. The kettle begins its low and steady hum, a song for a person with nowhere left to run. I watch the white steam turn into thin gray air and leave it to rise from the iron-painted chair. Silence sits heavy inside the kitchen walls. Time rolls away like a marble down the hall. Nobody waits for a letter in the box. Slow hours drift past without ticking clocks. All through the week the calendar ruled the floor. Now Tuesday and Sunday are hiding behind the door. A sweater hangs limp from the back of the pine set, with nothing to do and no one to try to please yet. The water grows quiet as the burner starts to cool. I sit by the window and break every rushing rule. There is no schedule written for the fading light, just an empty front porch waiting for the night. The smell of toasted butter drifts across the quiet hall, where elderly Arthur watches dust motes rise and fall. He wears his woolen slippers with a slightly torn up toe and wanders to the window where the lazy breezes blow. Across the tiny gravel lane, sweet Martha starts to sweep. The neighbor's ginger tabby stirs itself from morning sleep. She hangs a heavy blanket on the wooden clothesline rail and balances beside her a galvanized gray pail. No pressing bells to answer and no traffic down the street. Two clocks forget their ticking while the steady shadows meet. A kettle starts its whistling on a low and quiet flame, while time dissolves completely without needing any name. They meet beside the private hedge at 10:30 or so, with weather-beaten fingers and a gentle pace to go. He asks about the rhubarb rhubarb and the dampness in the shed. She smiles and pulls a kerchief back from off her silver head. No pressing bells to answer, and no traffic down the street. Two clocks forget their ticking while the steady shadows meet. A kettle starts its whistling on a low and quiet flame, while time dissolves completely without needing any name. The afternoon extends its arms across the garden green, the quietest pavilion that these aging eyes have seen. They sit upon the bench of pine until the sun goes down, and watch the purple twilight settle gently on the town. The kitchen window closes as the evening stars appear. Another quiet Saturday has vanished for the year. They lock the wooden fastening and turn the lamplight low, to rest until the gentle hours begin again to grow.
Sudden memory of a misplaced key breaks through the quiet room with ease. The dust motes drift above the walnut floor, where nobody is knocking at the door. The calendar on page 14 stands still, ignoring all the duties on the hill. A sweater hangs across the wooden chair, while autumn sunlight wanders through the stair. An empty porcelain cup sits by the pane, forgetting how it used to hold the rain. The hours lose their hurried, heavy tread and leave the daily paper unread. Across the street, a neighbor sweeps the pave, accepting what the afternoon will say. No schedule waits to pull the curtain down upon this quiet corner of the town. The water simmers soft upon the fire and lets go of every rushing desire. We settle deep into the sofa chair, content to leave the world just sitting there.
Which way did the milkman turn on Elm when the pavement still smelled of wet chalk? My slippers are miles too soft to care, and the clock on the stove has forgot how to talk. Dust motes dance inside a single ray of sun, while yesterday's newspaper settles on the floor. Nobody is calling because nobody needs done, and the brass key is turned in the heavy front door. There's bread in the box that is turning to stone, and a sweater I knitted in 1980. The cat has decided my left knee is bone, and the weight of the blanket feels wondrously heavy. Flour on the counter from an apple pie half-baked, letters in the drawer that I never quite mailed. There is nothing on earth that is waiting to break, and the wind outside simply got tired and failed. Time used to run like a dog on a leash, pulling my coat toward the market and train. Now it just sits like a boat on the beach, letting the tide wash away every stain. Let the kettle whistle until it runs dry. There is nothing more pressing than watching the sky. The heavy tweed of this old sleeve scratches my wrist and makes me leave the present room for 40 years ago, when cotton threads were running slow. You sat beside the kitchen stove, counting the pennies in the grove, while Sunday stretched without a sound, and leaves were falling to the ground. Coffee cools inside the heavy ceramic cup. We never needed reasons to stay put. The clock on the wall forgot how to run. We traded all the shadows for the afternoon sun. A radio plays a tune we knew, never stopped to count the cost of sitting still while worlds spun fast. We built a harbor from the past. The cardigan stays warm around my chest. Saturday afternoon knows best. The kettle hums a quiet tune beneath the pale and quiet moon. Dust motes dancing in a lazy beam. We're sitting right here in tomorrow's porch, drinking coffee from a quiet dream. Silver threads in your thinning hair, no schedule pressing on our mind, just passing salt across the wooden chair, leaving the rush of years behind. Old bones rest while the shadows grow. We planted that maple row so slow. Grandchildren call from the gravel lane, while kettle whistles through window pane. Your favorite sweater has faded blue. Mine still smells of the garden soil. We laughed at the worry we used to brew, back when the days were a frantic toil. Look at the valley turning gold. Nothing to chase and nothing to prove, just keeping each other safely sold to every simple, quiet move. Old bones rest while the shadows grow. We planted that maple row so slow. Grandchildren call from the gravel lane, while kettle whistles through window pane. 20 years from this very date, we knew we would reach this open gate. No suitcase packed for a hurried flight, just holding hands as it turns to night. 14 ticks on the clock, face still. Sun goes down on the quiet hill. We made it here to the weekend shore, and neither of us asks for more. ticket from 48 years ago is tucked underneath this porcelain saucer. I trace the pale ink with my thumb very slow and wonder where lost little trains go to pause here. The kettle is singing a low wooden tune. No meetings to chase and no clocks in the room. I watch the sun crawl across the faded rug, sipping lukewarm tea from my favorite cracked mug. The hours stretch wide like an empty dirt street with nowhere to hurry and nothing to meet. A pigeon is walking across number 7 slate. He pauses to peck at a crumb in the lane. I used to be frantic about every date. Now time just drips softly against window pane. I watch the sun crawl across the faded rug, sipping lukewarm tea from my favorite cracked mug. The hours stretch wide like an empty dirt street with nowhere to hurry and nothing to me. The afternoon settles in amber and gray. It asks me if there is a debt I should pay. I answer out loud to the empty old floor that nothing is waiting outside of this door. The small green ticket goes back in its place. I settle my shoulders and loosen my pace. The weekend belongs to the dust and the chair, and I have no reason to go anywhere.
A baker's wooden cart rolls past the stone. It rattles every bottle on the crate. You always hated waking up alone, so take your time today. We have no date. Old brass keys are sitting by the tea. Nothing asks for you or waits for me. Step outside and feel the paved sidewalk. No pressing schedules to interrupt our talk. The corner laundry turns its heavy drum. A rhythmic thump against the painted wall. We plan to do so much but didn't come. And honestly, it doesn't hurt at all. Remember 40 summers down the lane, how fast we ran to miss the sudden rain. Today the pavement stays completely dry. A single cloud is drifting right on by. Old brass keys are sitting by the tea. Nothing asks for you or waits for me. Step outside and feel the paved sidewalk. No pressing schedules to interrupt our talk. Shut the front door softly on the latch. We have a quiet Sunday left to catch.
A thought interrupting silence broke the dust upon the shelf. About a pair of woolen socks I knitted for myself. The clock on the mantelpiece is ticking far too slow, and outside the kitchen window nothing needs to go. Put the kettle on the stove and watch the silver steam sweep away the heavy burden of a working dream. No appointments wait behind the heavy front hall door. Dust motes dance in slanted sunlight falling on the floor. A heavy coat hangs loosely from the polished wooden peg. Stretch out both tired arms and rest a weary, aching leg. The world can spin without me while the afternoon is long. A paperback lies open at the middle page or near, with characters I haven't seen in maybe 20 years. The dust jacket bears the scar of someone else's thumb, and thoughts of Monday morning are completely deaf and dumb. Let the radio play softly with a brassy muted horn, forgetting every single trouble since the day I was born. No appointments wait behind the heavy front hall door. Dust motes dance in slanted sunlight falling on the floor. A heavy coat hangs loosely from the polished wooden peg. Stretch out both tired arms and rest a weary, aching leg. The world can spin without me while the afternoon is long. The kettle settles down and makes a tiny clicking sound, and peace is the only treasure that today has found. The shadows lengthen slowly down the hallway to the street. I close my eyes and listen to the rhythm of my feet. The weekend holds holds me closely till the evening star is bright.
The weight of the chair on the wooden floor keeps time with the latch on the pantry door. You worried so much about 22 and every stray shadow that chased after you. The kettle took ages to find its boil. You spent all your Sundays in anxious toil. I wish I could tap on your window glass and tell you the panic is bound to pass. Put down the ledger and let the dust fall. Nobody's keeping a score on the wall. The hours are wide as a country road. You do not need luggage to drop the load. That coat with the button that always hung loose is hanging in memories of no real use. You practiced your speeches for rooms unseen while autumn was turning the valley green. Put down the ledger and let the dust fall. Nobody's keeping a score on the wall. The hours are wide as a country road. You do not need luggage to drop the load. I sit in the sunlight and sip my tea and smile at the ghost that you used to be. So busy arriving before the start with armor too heavy to spare your heart. The afternoon stretches and asks for less. We traded our hurry for quietness. The chair bears the weight and the room is still, and nobody's rushing the windowsill. A bicycle basket rattles on the brick below. The postman is whistling a tune from 40 years ago. You put down your knitting and look at the floor. There is no hurry to answer the heavy oak door. Old record spins slowly beneath a thick layer of dust. We traded our deadlines for patches of rust. The kettle is whistling a low, steady tone. For once in our lives we are leaving tomorrow alone.
dancing in bars of amber light. The paper is folded and left out of sight. Your reading glasses slide down on your nose. Nobody cares how the afternoon goes. Old record spins slowly beneath a thick layer of dust. We traded our deadlines for patches of rust. The kettle is whistling a low, steady tone. For once in our lives, we are leaving tomorrow alone. Remember the highways we used to pursue. Now all that we wanted is sitting with you, watching the shadows grow long on the wall, needing nothing at all. The bicycle fades up the quiet avenue. I pour out a second warm cup just for you. The evening is waiting with nothing to prove, and nowhere else left for the two of us to move. A sudden query broke the quiet room where we sit, about a grandson driving trucks in 2036. We laughed and pictured him with graying temples at the wheel, while we are sitting here and making time stand still. 10 years from now, the porch will hold our shoes just like today. The calendar won't matter when the noise has gone away. We will boil the kettle slow while grandchildren grow tall. Nothing pressing on our minds inside the sunlit hall. Sundays stretch out wide ahead. When we are 74, just leave the boots of modern life outside the screen door. I imagine sitting by the window in a coat of blue, watching electric wagons pass the avenue. You looked across the crossword page and pointed at a clue, as if the future was a room we wandered gently through. 10 years from now, the porch will hold our shoes just like today. The calendar won't matter when the noise has gone away. We will boil the kettle slow while grandchildren grow tall. Nothing pressing on our minds inside the sunlit hall. Sundays stretch out wide ahead. When we are 74, just leave the boots of modern life outside the screen door. Time is just a guest that we invite to share our ears begin to bend, knowing that this quiet week will never have an end. Forgot to lock the heavy side gate last night. I stare at the latch and wonder why it matters at all. No papers are coming, no driver will stop. The slippers are scuffed and the hallway is cool. Silence sits heavy inside the kitchen walls. Time rolls away like a marble down the hall. Nobody waits for a letter in the box. Slow hours drift past without ticking clocks. The kettle begins its low and steady hum, a song for a person with nowhere left to run. I watch the white steam turn into thin gray air and leave it to rise from the iron-painted chair. Silence sits heavy inside the kitchen walls. Time rolls away like a marble down the hall. Nobody waits for a letter in the box. Slow hours drift past without ticking clocks. All through the week the calendar ruled the floor. Now Tuesday and Sunday are hiding behind the door. A sweater hangs limp from the back of the pine set, with nothing to do and no one to try to please yet. The water grows quiet as the burner starts to cool. I sit by the window and break every rushing rule. There is no schedule written for the fading light, just an empty front porch waiting for the night. The smell of toasted butter drifts across the quiet hall, where elderly Arthur watches dust motes rise and fall. He wears his woolen slippers with a slightly torn up toe and wanders to the window where the lazy breezes blow. Across the tiny gravel lane, sweet Martha starts to sweep. The neighbor's ginger tabby stirs itself from morning sleep. She hangs a heavy blanket on the wooden clothesline rail and balances beside her a galvanized gray pail. No pressing bells to answer, steady shadows meet. A kettle starts its whistling on a low and quiet flame, while time dissolves completely without needing any name. They meet beside the private hedge at 10:30 or so, with weather-beaten fingers and a gentle pace to go. He asks about the rhubarb and the dampness in the shed. She smiles and pulls a kerchief back from off her silver head. No pressing bells to answer, and no traffic down the street. Two clocks forget their ticking while the steady shadows meet. A kettle starts its whistling on a low and quiet flame, while time dissolves completely without needing any name. The afternoon extends its arms across the garden green, the quietest pavilion that these aging eyes have seen. They sit upon the bench of pine until the sun goes down, and watch the purple twilight settle gently on the town. The kitchen window closes as the evening stars appear. Another quiet Saturday has vanished for the year. They lock the wooden fastening and turn the lamplight low, to rest until the gentle hours begin again to grow.
Sudden memory of a misplaced key breaks through the quiet room with ease. The dust motes drift above the walnut floor, where nobody is knocking at the door. The calendar on page 14 stands still, ignoring all the duties on the hill. A sweater hangs across the wooden chair, while autumn sunlight wanders through the stair. An empty porcelain cup sits by the pane, forgetting how it used to hold the rain. The hours lose their hurried, heavy tread, and leave the daily paper unread. Across the street, a neighbor sweeps the pave, accepting what the afternoon will say. No schedule waits to pull the curtain down upon this quiet corner of the town. The water simmers soft upon the fire and lets go of
Which way did the milkman turn on Elm when the pavement still smelled of wet chalk? My slippers are miles too soft to care, and the clock on the stove has forgot how to talk. Dust motes dance inside a single ray of sun, while yesterday's newspaper settles on the floor. Nobody is calling because nobody needs done, and the brass key is turned in the heavy front door. There is bread in the box that is turning to stone, and a sweater I knitted in 1980. The cat has decided my left knee is bone, and the weight of the blanket feels wondrously heavy. Flour on the counter from an apple pie half-baked, letters in the drawer that I never quite mailed. There is nothing on earth that is waiting to break, and the wind outside simply got tired and failed. Time used to run like a dog on a leash, pulling my coat toward the market and train. Now it just sits like a boat on the beach, letting the tide wash away every stain. Let the kettle whistle until it runs dry. There is nothing more pressing than watching the sky. The heavy tweed of this old sleeve scratches my wrist and makes me leave the present room for 40 years ago, when cotton threads were running slow. You sat beside the kitchen stove, counting the pennies in the grove, while Sunday stretched without a sound, and leaves were falling to the ground. Coffee cools inside the heavy ceramic cup. We never needed reasons to stay put. The clock on the wall forgot how to run. We traded all the shadows for the afternoon sun. A radio plays a tune we knew before the sky turned hazy. nothing is lost. We never stopped to count the cost of sitting still while worlds spun fast. We built a harbor from the past. The cardigan stays warm around my chest. Saturday afternoon knows best. The kettle hums a quiet tune beneath the pale and quiet moon. Dust motes dancing in a lazy beam. We're sitting right here in tomorrow's porch, drinking coffee from a quiet dream. Silver threads in your thinning hair, no schedule pressing on our mind, just passing salt across the wooden chair, leaving the rush of years behind. Old bones rest while the shadows grow. We planted that maple so slow. Grandchildren call from the gravel lane, while kettle whistles through window pane. Your favorite sweater has faded blue. Mine still smells of the garden soil. We laughed at the worry we used to brew, back when the days were a frantic toil. Look at the valley turning gold. Nothing to chase and nothing to prove, just keeping each other safely sold to every simple, quiet move. Old bones rest while the shadows grow. We planted that maple row so slow. Grandchildren call from the gravel lane, while kettle whistles through window pane. 20 years from this very date, we knew we would reach this open gate. No suitcase packed for a hurried flight, just holding hands as it turns to night. 14 ticks on the clock, face still. Sun goes down on the quiet hill. We made it here to the weekend shore, and neither of us asks for more. tiny green ticket from 48 years ago is tucked underneath this porcelain saucer. I trace the pale ink with my thumb very slow and wonder where lost little trains go to pause here. The kettle is singing a low wooden tune. No meetings to chase and no clocks in the room. I watch the sun crawl across the faded rug, sipping lukewarm tea from my favorite cracked mug. The hours stretch wide like an empty dirt street with nowhere to hurry and nothing to meet. A pigeon is walking across number 7 slate. He pauses to peck at a crumb in the lane. I used to be frantic about every date. Now time just drips softly against window pane. I watch the sun crawl across the faded rug, sipping lukewarm tea from my favorite cracked mug. The hours stretch wide like an empty dirt street with nowhere to hurry and nothing to meet. The afternoon settles in amber and gray. It asks me if there is a debt I should pay. I answer out loud to the empty old floor that nothing is waiting outside of this door. The small green ticket goes back in its place. I settle my shoulders and loosen my pace. The weekend belongs to the dust and the chair, and I have no reason to go anywhere.
A baker's wooden cart rolls past the stone. It rattles every bottle on the crate. You always hated waking up alone, so take your time today. We have no date. Old brass keys are sitting by the tea. Nothing asks for you or waits for me. Step outside and feel the paved sidewalk. No pressing schedules to interrupt our talk. The corner laundry turns its heavy drum. A rhythmic thump against the painted wall. We plan planned to do so much, but didn't come. And honestly, it doesn't hurt at all. Remember 40 summers down the lane, how fast we ran to miss the sudden rain. Today the pavement stays completely dry. A single cloud is drifting right on by. Old brass keys are sitting by the tea. Nothing asks for you or waits for me. Step outside and feel the paved sidewalk. No pressing schedules to interrupt our talk. Shut the front door softly on the latch. We have a quiet Sunday left to catch.
A thought interrupting silence broke the dust upon the shelf. About a pair of woolen socks I knitted for myself. The clock on the mantelpiece is ticking far too slow, and outside the kitchen window nothing needs to go. Put the kettle on the stove and watch the silver steam sweep away the heavy burden of a working dream. No appointments wait behind the heavy front hall door. Dust motes dance in slanted sunlight falling on the floor. A heavy coat hangs loosely from the polished wooden peg. Stretch out both tired arms and rest a weary aching leg. The world can spin without me while the afternoon is long. A paperback lies open at the middle page or near, with characters I haven't seen in maybe 20 years. The dust jacket bears the scar of someone else's thumb, and thoughts of Monday morning are completely deaf and dumb. Let the radio play softly with a brassy muted horn, forgetting every single trouble since the day I was born. No appointments wait behind the heavy front hall door. Dust motes dance in slanted sunlight falling on the floor. A heavy coat hangs loosely from the polished wooden peg. Stretch out both tired arms and rest a weary aching leg. The world can spin without me while the afternoon is long. The kettle settles down and makes a tiny clicking sound, and peace is the only treasure that today has found. The shadows lengthen slowly down the hallway to the street. I close my eyes and listen to the rhythm of my feet. The weekend holds sleep till the evening star is bright.